Hey YouTubers, this is Danny H., the actor who plays Rob and Brandon Blaine in Dead Zolder Productions' Revelations of the Seal of Orichalcos, and I'm here to answer your questions. Enjoy. So I'm here to answer your questions. Hopefully a lot of them I can answer. I saw some were spoiler questions, so I'm going to do my best to answer these the best of my ability. I'm going to start with the ones that are on my Facebook page. So I have my handy dandy iPhone out right now. I'm going to start answering your questions. So, Daniel Ladd asked me, would you ever trade the power of the Eye of Timaeus for the power of the Orichalcos? Personal, not the show, just due to your profile picture. Probably not, because Timaeus is like super OP in my personal opinion. Is one of my favorite cards from that archetype, Waking the Dragons. Even though I do like Seal of Orichalcos, but like just Timaeus fusing with different monsters, making them stronger, just was always like a cool thing to me. And I don't know, I don't think I'd want to be using the seal to steal people away unless it's like someone who gave me a bad grade in school or something. My next question is from. I apologize now if I butcher anyone's names. I'm saying that now. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Michael Marcinek. I'm excited for season 2's finale to be fully out. Anyway, my question: if you had to choose between joining Valtor or Zashin, which side would you pick and why? And his question is opinion based. Valtor or Zashin? Valtor wants to get rid of all the corruption in the world, even though he's using evil to do that. But Zashin wants to bring the whole world into darkness and shadow. I think I would side with Valtor at that point and seal as many of those darkness things as I can. Yes, the Shadow Realm is pretty awesome. It's pretty OP if you know how to use it, but I'm a mere mortal. I don't think I can use the Shadow Realm powers. And I don't know, being like Vanderpool mind crushing people would be interesting, kind of like a Marvel comic in my opinion, but I don't know. I think I'd rather be Orichalcos than that. Devin Kuntz. Will you and Travis meet? Well, in real life, Travis and I have met twice now. Just I know it's more about the show than in real life. Show-wise, spoilers. I can say, though, I have mentioned to Tyler about maybe in Season 3, maybe like a double duel with two of the heroes, which I know a lot of fans have been asking that since Brandon has been introduced and he has summoned Skull. Because people are like, oh, please, please, Black Skull Dragon, Black Skull Dragon. So it might happen, but I'm just going to say spoilers. Okay. Ralph Knight. He has 4 questions for me. Here we go. What made you make the Revelations of the Silvery Calcos? Oh, actually, I did not make the show. Tyler T did, aka Valtor, Elysius, Clones, and everyone else. I just joined the show thanks to Anthony Morano, or Anthony M. Spoilers. Anthony got me the show his freshman year of college, which I was a 4th year. I went 5 years, and I was an RA, so I met him through that, and they needed an extra person to join the show, and just to get lose right away. So I said, sure, I'll be in the show as Rob. And they told me I had to act like kind of a cocky person, so that's why I did the hair flips a lot, and hood up, hood down, hood up, hood down. And obviously I knew from the start I was going to lose the duel. But I thought it was cool just to wear the duel disc and everything. And then shortly after, I told Tyler, if you ever need me, anyone else on the show, I'll gladly do it, since he saw me act and everything else, and we started becoming friends. And he said, okay, well, you know what, we can't really... It's kind of a hard way to show you on the show again, since everyone knows your face is Rob now. So I gave the idea about being his twin brother. And I got the name Brandon because my best friend in college, Jesse, which is a guy, Jesse and I would go out sometimes, and we had fake names for each other. So my fake name was Brandon, so that kind of worked well with the show. Okay, Ralph's second question. Did you ever watch any of the other live-action Yu-Gi-Oh!, Excalibur, Project Games, etc.? I can't say I have fully. I started watching, what's it called, Yu-Gi-Oh! Real Life. I didn't really get into it. Nothing against them. It's a cool show. I think after using the fake cards that we make, which is pretty cool, making up our own cards, and then seeing real cards, because I never personally got into the Synchro, the XYZ, the Pendulum, all that stuff. I'm more the old school, back with Yugi, those kind of cards. So all the new stuff, I'm still like trying to get into, which Anthony and Tyler and them will tell you that if I ever duel them, I get beat because I use all these old cards. If you can write a fan fiction about this, will you do it? I like to write. Thanks to Tyler and Anthony, I've been writing scripts more and other stuff, and I kind of want to write my own book maybe one day, even though I'm not the best writer, but it's fun to do. Fan fiction, I pretty much consider the Roleplay a fan fiction. We have our own Roleplay page. If those of you don't know, it's on Facebook. You can ask to join it, and we'll put you in right away. And I pretty much consider that as my fan fiction right now, because it's so cool interacting with all you fans on there as your characters and our characters, and just seeing how everything goes. So I consider that my fan fiction. If I had to write one of my own later, maybe write a background story of Brandon more and Rob, or even Rob and Leslie or something like that, which Anthony and I had talked about that a while ago, about like an old school thing. So who knows? Spoilers. And your last question, Ralph. If you had to face a live-action duelist outside of your show, who will it be? Well, as I said before, Tyler and Anthony would both kick my butt, because they are the expert duelists in our group. I'm lower level. I've dueled Lauren, the one who plays Tess, the ninja. Her and I go back and forth. I've dueled Kate B., the one who plays Cora. She's about my level, maybe a little below. Not saying as a mean thing, because she's not really dueling that much either. I think out of everybody, I would love to duel Travis, because Travis stopped stopped being into Yu-Gi-Oh! After the whole Yugi series got done. So he's like on my level exactly. He likes the old school cards, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, all that stuff. Know the Synchro, Pendulum, XYZ, Contact, whatever, all that stuff. So I think it would be a fair match if Travis and I dueled with our actual decks in real life. Okay. Jimmy Stevens has 2 questions for me. And I'll start the questions on Dead Soldier Productions page. Jimmy, first question says, how does the progress on Anthony's Yu-Gi-Oh! Web series with Tess and you? Well, we started filming it last spring, so 2014. Our stuff didn't come out that well, and Anthony wants to rewrite the whole storyline. So it's behind production. Whether we do it anytime soon or not, I have no idea. Depends if I'm still in the area or not, since I might be moving possibly for job-wise, which we all have to focus on our personal lives, obviously. So it might happen, it might not, it might be a few years from now, it might be next week. I have no idea. And your second question, What does the Dead Soldier Productions group plan to do once Revelations of the Seal Warrior Calculus is finished? We've had a lot of discussions about that. One thing Tyler would love to do is a Vanguard series, which someone else asked that question on the Dead Soldier page, so I might repeat my answer again. And another thing is Star Wars, because we all love Star Wars. So probably like a Star Wars movie or Star Wars series, something along those lines, because it's so much fun doing all the lightsaber fights. And then your final question, have you guys ever considered getting a patron for this show and other possible future web series? I don't think we have. I really don't know. That'd be under Tyler's department. So I can't really fully answer that, but I'm not fully sure. So this concludes my questions from my Brandon Blaine Facebook page, and I'm going to start the Dead Soldier ones now. So before I start the Dead Soldier questions, I had some other questions people have asked me in the past, and I kind of want to go over those first. First one is, I posted on my Facebook a while ago saying, if I ever went to a Comic-Con, what would you rather see me as? Green Arrow, Captain America, or Brandon Blaine? People have told me pretty much Brandon Blaine. Some people have said, well, why not all three? So, I'm eventually going to invest in a Green Arrow costume and a Captain America costume. And these are my Funkos, obviously, people know. And people ask me what my favorite superheroes are. Well, my all-time favorite has always been this guy right here, the Hulk. Because growing up, my eyes changed colors from blue to green, and it actually turned green one time when I got angry. And I got the nickname Hulk from soccer and wrestling in my day. So that's why Hulk has always been my favorite. It's kind of hard to cosplay as him, unless I want to get super jacked and paint myself green. Which would be fun for a while, but it'll probably get itchy after a while. So besides Hulk, like I said, my favorite is Captain America. And for DC Comics, Stephen Amell plays the Arrow amazingly. It's probably one of my favorite shows on TV. Another question I'm going to answer. Favorite show on TV? Arrow, Flash, Walking Dead, Gotham, Supernatural, Once Upon a Time. I will say that too. Once Upon a Time is really good. And Teen Wolf, yes. I like supernatural stuff, so werewolf stuff has always been a cool thing. I always liked werewolves growing up. I knew a lot about stuff like that. And now, finally, my favorite villain, who is also a misunderstood villain, who I would love to cosplay as, Magneto. I think Michael Fassbender plays a young Magneto amazingly in the X-Men Origins, First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse coming out next year. Super excited for. Also, Deadpool, Civil War, all that stuff. I'm a big fanboy. A lot of you know that already from talking to me on Facebook, and I'm a huge fanboy. One thing, though, I'm going to say real quick before I start my questions. I know I'm kind of rambling on right now. Favorite actor is Stephen Amell. He is probably one of the coolest guys I would love to meet one day. I wish the Facebook Live thing would be for everybody, because I would love to just go on camera right now and have you guys ask me questions as I'm on camera. But it's only for celebrities right now, and he's the first person to really do it. And he answers questions so thoughtfully to all his fans. I saw him on live chat the other night, and it was amazing. I just love just him talking to people as, like, not just like from celebrity to fan, but like equals. And he does so much good things, like the SmackDown he did with Stardust, and they donated all this money to a children's hospital. That's what I love most, and that's why I try to be like him. Like, I'm not as jacked as him, obviously, and I'm not married, and I can't shoot a bow and arrow, which I would love to. But he interacts with his fans. He's super generous guy. He gives back, which is why I want to do contests and stuff to give free stuff out to you fans, because who wouldn't want free stuff? And people ask me for, like, autographs. I'm like, I feel weird. Like, I'm some of these people are older than me or younger than me or my age, and I'm like, you want my autograph? It's like, all of us, we feel the same way. Like, it feels cool having fan base, and we want to give back, because without you guys, our show wouldn't be anywhere right now. We'd have no fans. So thank you for that. Now, before I start my Dead Soldier questions, I have another question a fan asked me a long time ago. Jameis Costin asked me, in episode 32, why didn't you have much emotion in your scene where Larthnox told you Sky was gone? So, I drove 8.5 hours from Pennsylvania to Canada, and we weren't going to film that day. So we left at 5 a.m., got there around noontime. I might be off on times, but around that time frame. We got to Canada, and we weren't going to film, we were just going to hang out. So in our hotel room, before we drove over to Tyler's place, and I'm like, you know what? let's just film, get some stuff done. And of course, the first thing we had to film was Brandon versus Larthanox, which was the biggest thing Anthony and I have been looking forward to for months, planning the trip to Canada. Now, I was very tired. I didn't get much sleep the night before driving. I had 2 Red Bulls in me, which were starting to wane off, and I had, I think, 2 Mountain Dews. So I was pretty jittery, and I started crashing hard. We got to Tyler's place, we started filming. I just did not want to film anymore. Like, the first few scenes I did okay, and after that I'm like, I don't want to be filming right now, I just want to lay down, I want to sleep. And then my sincerity scenes were not as sincere, so obviously I could have been like, no, Sky, no! And so I was like, oh man, I failed Sky. And it looked like I was being sarcastic. So that's one reason why I wish we could refilm that, but obviously it's on the show now. Second thing is our fight scenes. They were not on par at all. I was just so tired. I just threw punches without planning it ahead of time. Usually I plan everything ahead of time before I do a scene. And I just went in there and just improv'd it. And at one point Tyler had to cut the scene because when I go to punch Larthanox in the episode, he cuts it to the wall with blood flying on the wall because I completely missed him so many times. You could see my hand go like that or this and not even go near his face, or he didn't move his face in time. But for future references, season 3, I am actually going to be the fight choreographer for the show. So I'm going to be planning all of the fight scenes when we go up to Canada again. I have a photographic memory when it comes to fight scenes, and I took stage combat as well as Anthony. And I have so many good ideas for hand-to-hand combat, weapons combat. So, little spoilers, I can't tell you what it's going to be exactly, but you're going to love the fight scenes in season 3. And I promise it'll be a lot better. And next time we go to Canada, I'll make sure I have some energy drinks when I start filming so I can be more sincere and everything. Last question before we start the Dead Soldier ones. I had fans ask me, why didn't we use this version of Timaeus for the show? Well, back when we filmed the scene with me summoning Timaeus, which, by the way, it took me a while to beg Tyler for Timaeus to come in the show, because I thought it would be a good way for Brandon to turn the duel around against Larthanox, even though he wasn't going to defeat Larthanox in the duel, but it was a good way for him to get rid of Tengoku. This wasn't out yet in 2013. It just came out a year ago or so. So we couldn't use this card. I went online and ordered some Orcas. Of course, these are the ones I got originally, which look terrible. They're kind of fuzzy and everything. So I might give these out as prizes eventually when we do contests again. So you might win the Legendary Dragons with the original artwork but has writing on the bottom. And they're light monsters, even though we know they're not really monsters. So these might be prizes. I got these and I'm like, these are terrible. Then I went online and I found the original artwork as they looked in the anime. So right here, we got these cards. Tyler said we can use them right away. They look real, obviously, but they're not. You can feel the difference on them. So that's why we use these artworks instead of the ones now, because these were the ones I got at the time, not the new ones, because they came out a year ago and a few months ago. So that answers that. And now I can start with your Dead Soldier production questions. Let me just scroll up real quick, because there's a lot on here. I guess it's my Dr. Pepper. I'm not advertising, but Dr. Pepper Cherry Diet is probably one of my favorite sodas. Okay. Jacob Ryan. Have you guys ever considered bringing the pendulum summoning mechanics into Revelations? Here's a thought process question. Well, again, I've never done pendulum summoning or don't know how to do it, so I wouldn't know how to do it personally. People have asked that question a few months now. We've talked about it, but all I can say is spoilers. I feel like I'm going to say that a few times this time. Okay, Jared Rodriguez. Will you use Hermos and Critias? Me personally, I don't know. Someone else on the show? Could be. We don't know yet. All we know is Timaeus is being used, so a lot of people think we'll be having these two come out. I have them, so we might use them. Again, all I can say right now is spoilers. Okay. Grayson Christian. Not sure if this counts as spoilers or not, but will there be a season 3 for the show, or will season 2 be the end? And then Dennis Bowen responded back saying they are doing a 3rd season a while back. Then again, I cannot cite it, so oh well. We actually, I believe we have 4 seasons. So season 3 will start probably a few months after season 2 ends, because I'm going to say this now. It's not really a spoiler. We filmed pretty much most of season 3 when we were up there 2 years ago, but obviously we wanted to add some new scenes, and obviously Anthony, myself, everyone else looks a little different than we did 2 years ago. So we don't want to have a scene happen where we filmed it 2 years ago and then put a scene from recently in between it and back to that. Because who wants to see me go from pudgy face, thin face, pudgy face, thin face? Wow, Brennan really let himself go, then worked out. Then let himself go, then worked out. Excuse me. So we're going to refilm a lot of the scenes for season 3. But what we're going to do is probably use some of the stuff in the beginning in the show so that can show the progression of the changes of the character. So it's not really a spoiler in my opinion. Tyler, I'm sorry if it was a spoiler. But so season 3 will have some of the stuff we filmed 2 years ago, and then it'll go to newer stuff that we're refilming hopefully next summer when we go to Canada again. Okay. Grace and Christian, another question. Have you ever considered doing a similar type of show only for Magic the Gathering or Card Fight Vanguard? On that note, do any of you play Card Fight Vanguard or Magic the Gathering? I do not personally play either one. I tried Vanguard one time when we were in Canada. Tyler was teaching the rules. I was still kind of confused by it, but it was okay. Tyler would love to do a Vanguard show. I know that for a fact. I'm not even going to ask him right now, but I know his answer would be yes. So possibly in the future we could do that. I don't know, though. It's Tyler's call whenever we finish Revelations. I know for a fact Tyler plays Vanguard, and I believe Lauren plays it as well. The rest of us, I don't think so. Magic, I never played that. I had some friends who did a long time ago, but I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh! And before that I was into Pokemon. So best I can answer for that. Sarah Gomez, will there be a new character? Now, there's 2 ways I can answer this. If you mean a new character as in one of us playing a new character, then I'm going to say possibly, and spoilers. If you mean any new actors joining, possibly, and spoilers. So it's pretty much the same answer, but I can't fully say because I know one person possibly might join the show. He's my little brother. Not really my little brother. All depends if he still wants to or not, which if he would join, it'd be a small role. Probably a duel or 2, that's it. And then Tyler might have some friends who might be joining, but I can't quote on that, so don't quote me on that at all. But the one character might join, who's my little brother, as I said, but I'm not sure fully. It's like up in the air right now. As long as it goes along with the storyline, we can do it, but if not, it's not going to happen. Mikael Peters. How did it feel to use the Eye of Timaeus card? Well, it felt freaking amazing! I wish we could have used Amulet Dragon because, like I said in countless times before, Dark Magician is my favorite card. It was my first card, besides the Japanese blue as I got from my best friend. He gave me the Arcana Dark Magician, and I finally watched the show and saw it was the evil one. So using Dark Magician in my deck was always been amazing, and when I got this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this. It felt amazing, especially at the scene. Like, I had to act like all like cocky against Larthnox, saying like, oh, this and that. Oh, well, I still have this. So it was fun. Like, Anthony and I, that was probably our favorite duel so far. Obviously, we have more coming up in season 3, but just in general, our favorite duels. Not saying we're dueling again. It's our favorite duels. But that was probably if we just would have had a little more, if I wasn't as tired, it'd probably been even more amazing. But I know a lot of you have been looking forward to that, and Anthony and I were looking forward to that since we filmed it in May of 2013. So 2 years and a month later, we finally saw that scene on the air. So you can see how excited we were to see that. Jimmy Stevens, where does Tyler get his music from? Okay, I can try and answer this one. Again, like, it's kind of... Tyler just listens to music all the time. So whether it's YouTube, stuff in video games, whatever, or friends giving him ideas for music, that's where he finds his stuff from. We have our own little chat for Revelations for all the cast members, and he always says, post any music you think would be cool for the show, and we'll see if we use it or not. Which I got lucky. He put one of the songs in there that I really enjoyed. For the trailer for Brandon vs. Larthnox, I begged him to put the song from the Daredevil trailer, and A beautiful crime. Yeah, that's the song was in it, and it just fit perfectly with the trailer. So he listens to a lot of what we ask him to do, but a lot of times he picks the music himself, and I never even heard half the bands. But I like the music now. They all go, once I see it on Facebook or on the show or on our Facebook page, I add it onto my phone, and it's my workout music. So like Gods of Karma, all of them, like even though it was Travis's band, I download all their songs. I have some of the, I'm gonna butcher the name of this, Galnerius. Sorry if I butchered the name of that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's all on my phone now. Pablo Velasquez, do you guys plan on introducing the Wicked Gods, Sacred Beasts, Earthbound Immortals, and the three gods of Asgard? Spoilers. I have no idea. Cedric Dones comment on that saying, or Signer Dragon, since we already saw 3 of the 5. And Tyler Wilding said, Miss Blackwing Dragon, Ancient Fairy Dragon, right? I don't know either, so it's all up to Tyler what he puts in the show. So I can't really say there will be or there won't be, but I'm just going to say the easy thing I can answer with is spoilers. Cedric Dones then asked, why didn't you include the 7 Millennium items from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series? This question happened a few times for us already. Tyler's favorite arc of the original series was the Orichalco series, and that's why we did that for the show. Millennium item-wise, Tyler likes having his own original ideas. So using the Orichalcos, because that's his favorite thing for evil, but the Millennium items didn't really have a purpose for the show. And pretty much what he's saying is this whole series is an alternate dimension from what really happened. So in this series, obviously, Yugi never was in it. So the gods were never his. They were obviously the 3 people in the beginning. So that's why the Millennium items were not in the show at all. We reference Egypt a little bit, but it's not for the Millennium items. They probably won't ever show up on the show unless Tyler changes his mind. But as of right now, that's why. David Reyes, will Travis get out before the troopers enter the office? I can't answer that because that's spoilers. You'll have to wait and see, and it's 34 and 35 for the episodes, the last 2 of the finale. Cedric Dones again, where'd you get costumes or props for the show? Well, for example, Anthony got his Slade mask from Party City, and he painted it black with the red going down. His Larthanox costume is actually his high school graduation robe. Me, I shop at American Eagle, and again, I'm not trying to advertise for American Eagle right now. I'm just saying, because as you can see, I'm wearing it right now. The blue jacket, I had a brown one a long time ago, and I love those jackets. So I got a blue one, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear it for Rob Blaine. That jacket ripped on my arm eventually, so I got a new one, which now I'm like, okay, you know what? That's the Brandon Blaine jacket now. So pretty much Brandon Blaine is pretty much just me. I try and make it like me by a little more cockiness to the character and a little more arrogant, so to speak. Sky Silver's, that's Heather's clothes she had. Let's see. Travis's jacket is like a lot of stuff is character stuff they have already. We bought some of our costumes from like Party City. Like I think Lauren's ninja costume was from a costume store, obviously. The green mask I wear as Night Fury, which now you know his name instead of the question marks. Night Fury was my brother's Goosebumps mask from back when he was a kid, which it was skin tight on my face. I could barely breathe while doing the part with him talking. Yeah, a lot of stuff is pretty much costumes we had over the years, or we bought stuff, or stuff we wear in everyday life. David Silverman, how long does it take for an episode to be released, and what video editing software do you use? I can't answer that because I'm not Tyler, so I'm sorry. Spoilers. Cody Mans from Tyler Cast, they can't all answer this, so I'll have to answer myself. What has been your favorite scene so far? Also, if you meet any Yu-Gi-Oh character, who would it be, and what would you ask them? My favorite scene so far probably to be the Brandon versus Larthanox duel, because that was the most anticipated duel of the series for season 2. Any character I can meet from the show? Joey Wheeler was partially fond. I was fond of him because like he was a little arrogant. He was learning how to do everything. I feel like him and I dueling would be interesting, just because. Just be interesting. It'd be like almost like Yugi dueling him, but like with a mixture of some other cards. So it'd be interesting. Joey, I feel like he's a loyal friend, which is Brandon's kind of thing. He's loyal to his friends. He'll do anything for his friends. So I'd say Joey probably. If I want arrogance, I'd probably go for Kaiba, but yeah. We'll use the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wicked God cards from Sky Campbell. Spoilers. I don't know. Christopher Murphy. Are you guys looking for more actors? If so, let me know what I need so I can help out. We always would love more actors. Tyler has a lot of the script written down for the rest of the season 2 and all season 3 and season 4. Pretty much the only way you could be part of the show is if Tyler needs someone and you either live close to us or close to him or close to us where you can travel with us to Tyler. I can't really else answer that question because pretty much Tyler would need whoever would be close by. They can come film with the green screen or near us. We don't need green screen scenes. But again, it's only if it relates to the show. So if Tyler would ever ask for open castings, then hop on that. But I can't guarantee it will happen anytime soon. That's why I did that video a while ago. If you want to be part of the show, you can film yourself doing the Hail Valtor speech or getting sealed or a picture of yourself for the soul wall. So that's our way of getting you on the show. Maybe we'll do a contest later on, have you someone on the show for a winner. I don't know. I would love to do that. That'd be pretty cool. Have everyone send their own ideas in and see who would win to be in the show for an episode, whether it's a decent role or just a role that you duel against an evil character and then lose. That, you know, an honor to lose to one of Valator's ranking officers or something like that. Rory Edwards. How did you come up with the idea for your character? Was it from past experiences in your lives or was it from scratch? For me personally, I did Brandon more like my character. More like me, my character. I'm loyal to my friends. I'm passionate about what I believe in. A little arrogant sometimes, I'll admit that. Cocky, I kind of add that to my thing. I'm not fully a cocky person. I was raised with people who were always cocky. Friend-wise or teammates, and I never want to be that person. Can't think of anything else I want to say about my character. Yeah, that's about it. Ryan Rogers. Why do you keep having Elysius change his deck rather than stick to one? Also, is he ever going to stop changing his deck? Again, I'm not Tyler, so I can't answer that, so spoilers. Brandon Wilkes. This question goes out to Danny. What is your favorite type of deck and why? If we go back to original stuff, it'd be my deck I have, which is a mixture of Dark Magician Girl, Dark Paladin, Buster Blader, the Magnet Warriors, that's why a lot of the cards Brandon uses is actually based off of my real life deck. And that's why I'm so happy that Tyler let me do that. So I think one of my cards, I forget, Apprentice Battle Mage is similar to Breaker the Magical Warrior. So it's little similarities there. If I had to pick a deck now, Anthony M helped me with the deck. It's still in progress. Like spell books, because it's spellcasters. That's probably one of my favorite monsters. Spellcasters are fiends. Like that's why I kind of base my deck off of. I hope that can answer your question. I don't know a lot of the archetypes now. Like, I know there's Burning Abyss and Dark World and all that stuff, but I guess Spellbooks would be my deck once I get better at it. I just gotta learn how to use all the effects and stuff and use the Synchro and the XYZ stuff because I still aren't that good at that stuff. David Silverman. Which character's personality from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Is similar to yours? I would say a mixture of Joey. I'd say maybe a little Yugi for his deck-wise. Joey, and maybe a little bit of Kaiba for the attitude. So Joey's like personality, a little bit of Yugi's deck, and then Kaiba for his attitude. Maybe Valen a little bit from the Orichalcos series, because Valen I just thought was a funny character. Or not funny, but like a cool character. Like I like his storyline, which was a little more in there for him. Dennis Bowen. Any cult shows you guys watch? Like shows that were not as popular then gained a following. Zeba, the original Star Trek series, B movie stuff. I can't say that I have. I don't know the rest of the cast, but I can't really remember what shows I watched. Like one of the shows I watched that's still popular today is Power Rangers. I was alive when it first started, so I've been watching since episode 1. I stopped after I watched all the shows on Netflix when they came out. Like I used to watch them all on TV, and then I watched Super Mega Force just for the original Power Rangers come back. Didn't watch any of the new stuff. I know Lauren D does. um, yeah, I can't really remember what shows I watched as a kid anymore. Tim Barbone, what's your favorite episode from season 1? I like the duel between Robin and Larthanox because it was my character. If I'm not going to say that as my answer, I would have to say Travis versus Carlos. It's like the whole. It's like, in my opinion, it reminded me so much of Joey versus Yugi when Merrick was controlling Joey. Just the pit of the best friends dueling each other and like keep surprising each other with their duels, or even the Joey, Yugi, and Duelist Kingdom. And how it ended was just amazing. Like I really like that duel. Sid S, who plays Carlos, is hilarious to talk to and hang out with. He improvs so much of his scenes, so like you never know if he's being serious or not. It's just amazing. He's a good. I love his character, and I love how he is in real life in person. He's a cool guy. Travis is no words can describe Travis as a real person. He's just amazing. Him and I play PS4 a lot now. Soon it'll be Tyler and I playing PS4 again, but it's like brothers. Like it's a brotherhood we have, and it's just amazing. Josh Haas, what do you enjoy the most about doing the show? Giving you guys something cool to watch. Like I love hearing all your ideas. Sometimes we use your ideas for the show or your cards. Making all these new friends, like meeting Tyler and Travis for the first time. Now they're like my best friends, even though they're not here all the time. It's just something different. Like I really enjoy it, and I made some cool friends in the process. So it's definitely a cool thing. And you guys are awesome fans. So like, who would have thought me in college having a fan base? Like it's pretty interesting. And it's a cool feeling. Like I know I'm not a real celebrity, but I feel like that to you guys because you guys are such good fans. You guys are so loyal to us, and it's amazing. And that's why I want to give back to you guys as much as I can. Jordan Edwards, what's your favorite type of summoning? I guess Egyptian God card summoning, if that counts. I think you probably mean like Pendulum and Synchro and all that stuff. But I love just the whole Egyptian God cards. Or I think my favorite summoning from the show has to be Larthanox's summoning of Tengoku. And I love how he's just so cocky when he does it. It's just, Anthony is awesome. Like, Anthony and I are one of my best friends also. And him and I can play the Larthanox Brandon character so well when we're around each other because we love messing with each other so much. And it just, when we like always joke around about the whole summoning, he always puts a picture of someone's face like, when Larthanox sees Brandon destroy Mayrai's king. It's like, oh man, and his laugh is just amazing. The only thing I could picture it to is if he made it a little creepier, it'd be like the Joker. Like Joker's one of my favorite characters for DC villains, and his laugh, like Heath Ledger's Joker was amazing. And I know Anthony likes to base his laugh a little bit off of that, but creepier and evil, and that's why I'm not gonna do it because throat and I can't do as well as Anthony. But I just think it's just, yeah. I'd say him summoning Tengoku is probably my favorite summoning, unless you count Egyptian God cards, because your brother made the same mistake last time and it cost him his soul. What do you mean, Larthanox? When my monster is destroyed by a card effect, lets me bring out my most powerful monster, a creature given to me by Master Valtor himself. I summon Mayraius Zero, Tengoku God! Obviously, Anthony does it better than me, but that's my favorite summon. I think it's just amazing with the music playing in the background. Something pretty powerful. Okay, a little off topic there. Christopher Fields. I know it's not involved the show, but Yugi's Legendary deck comes out on November 13th, and I ask all casts, anyone, what do you think of it? I'm going to buy it because it comes with Arcana Competition as a real card. I want that card. I had the fake one upstairs of it, like of Orica, but I want the real card. And like all the other cards in there, I'm like, that's definitely worth it to me. Cody Man. Okay, Danny, what is your favorite scene so far, or your favorite scene you've been in? Also, if you could meet any Yu-Gi-Oh character, who would it be, and what would you ask them? Love the show, by the way, keep it up. I kind of answered this already, but I'll answer it again. My favorite scene so far of me being in it was Brandon vs. Larthanox. In general, Mm. Valtor giving his speech with all the clones yelling the Hail Valtor. Because Tyler and I were talking about that scene for a while, and I gave him like two different scenes he could add into it, and he made his own thing, obviously. I gave him the whole Captain America scene with Red Skull with the Hail Hydra. So I thought it was pretty cool, him adding his own spin to that and adding like making it so much cooler and evil. But that's one of my favorite scenes from a Marvel movie was the Hail Hydra! Hail Hydra! Um, any Yuga character I like to meet? Again, Yugi, Joey, Kaiba, the original three. Maybe Mai. I'm not gonna go into on that one, but my Valentine would be pretty cool to meet. Tyler Pasek, I have 3 questions. Will there be any pendulum monsters in the future episodes? Spoilers. Will there be a dragon duelist that just goes off with a lot of powerful dragons? Spoilers. I don't think there is, but spoilers. The only one I think of is Travis the Trainee. Unless Tyler makes a clone that is a dragon duelist, but I doubt it. So, spoilers. What is it like to wear the dual disc? The Battle City dual disc fits my arm perfectly, which I have big wrists. But that one fits me perfectly. The one that Lysias uses sometimes doesn't fit me that well. And the Ori Calculus one is very tight on my wrist. So when I'm done, I have like a mark on my wrist, but it's not heavy as you think it is. It's actually pretty cool to hit the button here. I like that, and Tyler adds the whole sound effects for that. But yeah, it's not that I like it. It's like a giant watch or like a saw going boom, boom. Christopher Murphy, what's your favorite dragon card? Probably Blue Eyes because the original. If not, I'd say Red Eyes because that's one card I always want to have see on the show is Black Skull Dragon combo, or which I don't think we're ever gonna do, but could happen is Blue Eyes Ultimate, or even Dragon Master Knight. If I would, let's say Brandon had Blackluster Soldier in his deck, and then Travis somehow had 3 Blue Eyes, and we'd fuse them all together, and make Dragon Master Knight. But so overdone. Like, if someone had the 5-headed dragon, that means it's so overdone from the show that one of the villains has the 5-headed dragon, and then 2 heroes combine together to make the Dragon Master Knight, and blah, blah, blah. It'd be cool to see that, but again, spoilers, I don't know. Jonathan O'Neill, will Phoenix return? I don't know. Spoilers. Who will have the other 2 legendary dragons? Spoilers. Excuse me. Who will Travis duel next after Headmaster Vanderpool? I'm sorry to say this again, but spoilers. Sarah Gomez. Who plays Zashin? Travis does, actually. So, Travis the Trainee, it's in the credits who plays what character, but Travis the Trainee is Zashin for acting. Ryan Rogers, are we going to find out what happened to Sky soon, or do we have to wait until Season 3 for that? And then Michael Brinklow responded, you'll have to wait to find out because that's spoilers. And Ryan responded to that saying, I'm not asking what happened to her, I'm asking what we're going to find out. Okay, well, I can answer that. Let me just open up my Facebook group real quick. Okay, so actress Heather M. moved. I'm not going to say where because it's her own personal business because I don't want people being like in that state like, oh my God, you're Heather M. So she moved. She moved for opportunities in her life and the door will always be open to her. And we wish her the best of luck, obviously. No ill will at all in her future endeavors. She left the show for her own personal career, which we are supportive of. Heather, congratulations with your job and everything like that. We're happy for you. We're going to miss you in the show. So the door will be open for her if she wants to come back to the show in Season 3. We highly doubt what will happen, though, unfortunately. So I'm assuming what Larthnox said at end of Season 2 finale for the Brandon Larthnox scene is probably true then. But again, Larthnox could be saying stuff. We don't know. So we probably won't be seeing Sky anymore just because, again, she's not going to be in the area to film anymore and all that stuff. But the door's always open to her, so who knows? Maybe Season 4 she'll want to come back in and we'll put her back in, but I can't say for sure. So, again, Heather, if you're watching this, congratulations again on your job, and we miss you on the show because you were a great person to work with. That's all the questions I had on my phone to look at. I don't know what else to ask right now or say. I can go a little more on other stuff that wasn't asked. Season 3. I'm going to give you some non-spoilers here. Some of the characters, I'm not going to say who, you will find out more of their origin story. One or a few characters, or one, will go through personal struggles and pretty much be tempted, or not tempted, but like the line will be thin on what is right and what is wrong in that character's mind. Valtor is still Valtor. I don't know what to say without giving away, because like the finale's not done yet, so I don't want to say anything else that might be spoilers for the rest of the season or for next season. I guess I'll keep it at that. Heroes will rise, villains will rise. Some some characters will go through personal struggles on what is right and what is wrong, and we'll get some backstories. So we'll find out some of the juicy details you all been wondering. Okay. So again, I'm Danny H, and whether I might be going to Philadelphia Comic-Con next June in 2016, so in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, whether to dress up as myself as Brandon Blaine with a Duelist on, or Captain America, Green Arrow, Magneto, one of them, I'll probably post when I'm going there. Or if not, if I'm not in a job next fall, like for a full-time job, we might be in Fan Expo in Toronto possibly with Tyler and Travis, and maybe we'll go as our characters that way too. So maybe you'll see Valtor, Brandon, Travis, and Larthanox, or whoever else is with us. I don't know. People have asked me how I do the Night Fury voice. I'm going to show you right now. Let me grab a cup. So, I have a cup right here. When I first did Night Fury's voice, I didn't do a cup because I actually did it with the mask on, so it sounds different from episode, 28 to episode 33. Episode 33, Tyler didn't need me to film the mask on, so he took a picture of the mask, which you saw in the caption this end of the episode. So I just set him the voice clips, which is a lot easier because it's not muffled as much.
Ah, Master Valtor! Indeed, all those according to plan.
I used to do Bane voice really well. What do I say?
You think darkness is your ally? I was born in the darkness, molded by it. I did not see first light till I was a man, and by then it was blinding. The darkness betrays you.
So if anyone didn't know that, I kind of based the Bane voice from Dark Knight Rises as Night Fury.
Ah, Master Valtor, indeed.
That's something you guys probably didn't know. Anthony M., myself, both graduated from Penn State. I went for education. He went for theater. Obviously, he's good at theater. I graduated 2013 before we went to Canada. He's graduated 2015. Kate B. is at Penn State. Lauren D. is at Penn State, I still believe, as well. Yes, she is. Yeah, he is. Heather M. graduated back in December of 2014 from Penn State. And then Tyler and the rest of the Canadian cast are from Canada. So, and Travis is going back to school right now for engineering. So that's pretty cool. Tyler wants to go for editing eventually because, come on now, who would not want to see Tyler edit stuff for maybe a real Hollywood movie sometime? I don't really know what to say. I don't want to just sit here and you guys are waiting to keep watching the video like, okay, he's going to say something cool, something cool, something cool. No, he's just rambling on. I'm going to say one more thing. I'm going to end this video. Please subscribe to our Facebook page, obviously, if you haven't already. Subscribe to Dead Soldier Production YouTube page. I'm sure you already have. If not, maybe get some friends to like it or whatever. Get your friends to like this show. Any friends you have like Yu-Gi-Oh! Try and say, hey, watch the show. Get us some more fans. not trying, we'll do some rewards event, or not rewards, but like some prize and stuff later for contests. Like our Instagram page. I run the Instagram page with Anthony M's help, but mainly it's me posting stuff. I know I haven't in a while though because I've been busy. Once we get 100 likes, I'm gonna give out one of my copies of the Eye of Timaeus. Or no, sorry, wrong one. Sorry. Whoa. Legendary Knight Timaeus, Legendary Knight Critias, Legendary Knight Hermos, and then the Knight of Destiny. So I'm going to give those out and I'll autograph them myself. So we'll give out 4 cards as the prize winner once we get to 100 likes to one fan. I'm going to pick someone at random. Or I'm going to do a contest saying everyone comment and I'll pick someone saying why you want the cards, and I'll pick someone and I'll message you saying send me your address and here's your cards. Eventually, I'm going to give out these cards, like I said earlier in the thing, so we'll give these out as well. Also, I have some cards upstairs that I'm going to have some of the personal cast members sign. One includes an Obelisk the Tormentor. I think it's gold rare. I'm going to have Travis sign that for the lucky fan eventually. I have a Dark Magician, which is unfortunately not the Brandon Blaine one, which I'm going to sign. I have a Harpy Lady, not Cyber Harpy, that Kate B will sign. I have a Lava Golem, which Anthony M can sign for Slade's card. I have a Seal of Warrior Calculus, which I signed already. We have a mat, like one of those dual mats with the Warrior Calculus on it, that Tyler T still has, and it has my signature, Anthony M's signature, Kate B's signature, Sid S, Tyler and Travis sign it. So maybe we'll give that as a prize eventually as well. I don't know. If any of you are good artists, please message me on my Facebook page, the Brandon Blaine account, because I know someone who does Funkos, and if you can draw us as Funko characters, we might look into that for something, because I think who would not want a Valtor Funko Pop? Like, seriously, Valtor Funko. Just have him bobbing his head, and he looks all evil-like. Or Brandon or anyone else. Because if I can look into that, the guy might be able to do it cheap, and maybe maybe open a store up. I don't know yet. It's all under talk right now. I would love to do t-shirts eventually too, but we have to look into all that stuff. So please look into our Facebook page, like I said before, Instagram, all that stuff like that. If you want to talk to us cast members, add our character accounts. So if you try adding my real account, I probably will decline it because it's my personal use only. So I apologize for that now if you get declined. Add Brandon Blaine for me, and I'll answer all your questions on Brandon Blaine. I do that now as it is without being on YouTube video. So I think that's it. Thank you all for your questions. I hope to do this again soon. If I would visit Anthony M or anyone else within the future, next weeks or so, I will post a thing on Facebook page saying ask your questions for Anthony M, ask your questions for Kate B, etc. And I will have another Q&A, but this time will be me asking them the questions and they'll answer for you guys. So thanks again for being such loyal fans. Add us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Add us on Facebook for our Facebook accounts, our character accounts. And please look into our contests and stuff. Artists, please message me because we'll work something out. So thanks again for being such amazing fans. Looking forward to Season 2 finale and starting Season 3 up with refilming stuff, fight scenes, all that stuff. And I hope you guys like the show. So thanks again for being such great fans. And the heart of the cards will guide you. And now I finish with the Eye of Timaeus. Thanks a lot, guys.